Today is going to be our first big tomato harvest. We've gotten a few ripe ones here and there, but today's the day that we're going to do a huge harvest, and then we're going to go in and can some salsa, and I'm going to bring y'all along for the process. So I'm going to go through and pick all the ripe ones, and then my husband is going to go in behind me and prune all the tomato plants. That'll help the plant get better airflow circulation, and then also just prune off any of like the dead leaves or anything like that. So let's get started. This is your reminder that if your garden looks like this, it's okay. We hand pick all our weeds. We don't use weed killer or anything like that, and they've just gotten out of hand, but it's okay. You can't do it all the time, and our garden's producing food, which is the main goal and more than we could ask for. So just reminding you that it's okay. And remember that no garden is perfect. As long as you're doing your best, that's all that matters. I know it can be overwhelming at times, so I just wanted to make sure to remind you all of that in today's video. And now I'm going to take a break and enjoy some peach tea out on the patio and some fresh cantaloupe to cool off before we head back inside. Okay, we're in the kitchen now, and I'm waiting for Mom to get here. I texted her and told her that I'm going to can salsa today and asked if she wanted to come over, and she did. So as soon as she gets here, we're going to get started and can up some of these beautiful tomatoes. I have a few in the windowsill that weren't quite ripe yet. They need to be really ripe before you can them, so we're waiting on those. But we have a pretty good batch here and outside to start with. Other than, I don't know if I'll add in the yellow ones because I think we have enough red ones right now to use up first, but I just brought those in to maybe have for lunch. But we're gonna get started, like I said, once she gets here. And I also wanted to share with you what I'm gonna make for supper tonight, and I thought I might share that recipe as well because I'm really excited about it. I've been getting some really good recipe ideas from these cookbooks, and the one that I'm gonna make tonight is in this cookbook here. I got it at Ollie's. I don't know if you have an Ollie's where you live, but they have really good cookbooks and just all kinds of books. I found this there. It's Lexis Clean Kitchen. She actually has an Instagram too that I followed, and all her recipes are on there. And let me tell you, they are some of the best recipes, especially if you are gluten-free, dairy-free. I think most of these are dairy-free as well, but they all are 100% gluten-free, and it's all stuff that is just incredible. And tonight we're making this, and like I said, I'm going to share with you the process of me making it after we get done with the salsa. But it is called Sriracha Lime Grilled Chicken Salad. So this is what it looks like. We're gonna marinate that chicken and then throw it on the grill with some pineapple. We have our fresh cherry tomatoes we can add to it, our homegrown red onion. I do need to go get a pineapple, and then we also have avocado and limes to go with it, so it's gonna be hopefully delicious. I hope that y'all enjoy canning and cooking with us today. Now let's get started and turn these beautiful tomatoes into some salsa. After we got all the tomatoes brought in and washed up, we cored them and then blanched them to easily remove the skins. I didn't get much footage of that part because it was a bit lengthy and we were focused in on it. But then we added all the tomatoes to this food processor to get them all blended up. And then next it was time to chop all of the remaining veggies to add them to the salsa. And it was exciting because almost all the veggies for this salsa were homegrown this year, other than the cilantro and then the garlic we bought from the Amish. But the tomatoes, of course, and then the onion, green pepper, and jalapeno were all from our garden. So that was really exciting to see it all come together. My mom chopped up all of this beautiful cilantro for us to add in, and then after that we added in the vinegar, sugar, and salt, and then brought it to a boil on the stove. And we did 2 batches this day, so while the first batch was in the Waterbath Canner, then we assembled the second batch of salsa and got it on the stove and brought it to a boil, and then added the lids and the rings after we got it jarred up. And then it was time to process the second batch, and I will have the recipe that I used. I've used this recipe for the past 2 years down below, and this will be our 3rd year making it. So I think it'll be our go-to every year because we really enjoy it. Salsa has become one of my favorite things to can every year because it seems to come together pretty quickly and it's a really easy recipe, and then it only takes 15 minutes in the water bath. So that's usually why I'll start out with salsa and start with something easy and simple, and then we'll move on to the tomato sauce where you have to run it through a sieve and all of that. That does take a little bit more time to can, but I was excited to start out with something simple this year and get some beautiful jars of salsa back on our pantry shelf. Now I'll share with you this delicious summer recipe that we had for supper. We got the marinated chicken and the pineapple on the grill, and then I made this pineapple cucumber salsa to go on top of our salads. You add honey and cilantro, pineapple, cucumber, of course, red onion, and it's so delicious. You can also make this with watermelon, and it's called watermelon cucumber salad, but I made it with pineapple this time, and it's so refreshing. You can just even eat this like with a fork in summer as a little lunch or a side dish, and it's just so good. So I made a little bit of that to go on top of our salads. I thought it would go with this recipe. And then also on our salads we added fresh cherry tomatoes, avocado, and then this lime vinaigrette to top it all off. And this was so amazing. My husband said he could literally eat this every night, and I feel the exact same. He really loved the sriracha marinade on the chicken, and the spicy kick paired so well with the sweet pineapple. It was definitely the best salad that I've ever made, and we will definitely be making it again this summer. As you can see, he really loves the sriracha, so he added even more of that on his, and some freshly grated cheese, and so good. Okay, so the next morning I just got all the dishes put away from where I washed them last night after we got done canning, and now the kitchen is all fresh and clean, and I wanted to share with you our beautiful salsa. All the jars did seal, so that's really exciting, and I cannot wait to enjoy this. I'm so excited for all of the upcoming things we're going to can as well. This is just the beginning, and it has me so excited for all the yummy things that I want to make. So I hope that you enjoyed coming along and seeing this little canning recipe. I'm going to work on getting these jars all stored away. Thank you so much if you made it until the end of this video. I know it's different from my normal thrifting and decorating content, but I love to share what I'm doing and what I'm making in the kitchen this time of year. It is just full of so much beautiful food, and I love to hopefully give you all some ideas of recipes for your own kitchen. Again, thank you for being here, and I will see you in my very next one.